Greetings, Santalofa. I'm Shania Tongmama Wilson, and this is my WK5 research video project about multimedia. I know we already had a presentation about multimedia and its impact on society. However, in this video, I will mainly touch base on multimedia and its impact in a learning environment. The overview includes the definition of multimedia, the forms or elements of multimedia, types of multimedia, multimedia in education, and the advantages and disadvantages of multimedia. What is multimedia? The word multimedia comes from two Latin words, multi and media. Multi means many or multiple, but media refers to the channels of communication. Multimedia is a form of communication that uses a combination of different content types such as text, audio, images, video, and animation to deliver information and create engaging experiences. Multimedia is widely used in fields like education, entertainment, advertising, journalism, web design, and digital communication to enhance understanding and make content more appealing. The main purpose of multimedia is to inform, entertain, persuade, express, and to train people to become tech savvy in the world of technology we are living in right now. Educational videos, interactive games, digital art and storytelling, and e learning courses are everything that multimedia contributes to our daily life needs as both a teacher and a student. Therefore, multimedia is a combination of all five things that can be found in phones and electronics: text, sound, graphics, animation, and videos. The five forms of multimedia are text, sound, graphic, animation, and video. With all these elements of multimedia, it enhances communication, learning, entertainment, and engagement in a workplace, school, community, and other public places. The first element that we will talk about is text. If you notice on the screen, I brainstormed the word text, then added four ideas and thoughts about the elements using pictures. In multimedia, text is the written words, letters, numbers, and symbols that conveys information, support other media elements, and promotes communication in a multimedia environment. All four pictures have a story behind them, and those are the perfect examples of a text. Sound is a form of energy that propagates as a web. It is categorized by frequency, web length, amplitude, and speech. Sound is used to enhance the user's experience, convey information, set a mood, and support other media like text, images, video, and animation. Without sound, it will lower people's engagement, and the movie or picture would be boring and not fun to watch. Sound is divided into two categories: mono and stereo. And in the next slide, you will learn about the difference between those two. Mono comes from the word one. In multimedia, mono sound use only single audio channel. It is mostly used for voice recordings such as podcasts and phone calls, old radio and TV broadcasts, and public address systems. Examples of a mono are e-learning narration, public service announcement, or PSA, podcast and broadcast. As you can see, that is a picture of a microphone that is mostly used for podcasts when doing the recording. Stereo is the reproduction of sound using two or more independent audio channels in a way that creates the impression of sound heard from directions. It is used in music production, movies and video games, YouTube videos, virtual reality, and 3D environments. In fact, stereo is not only the opposite of mono sound, but the live and fun one that keeps people in good vibes. Now that mono and stereo is already being defined, the main differences between the two is that with mono, it uses one audio channel, same sound played from all speakers, no direction and spatial effect, and smaller in file size. However, for stereo sound, it uses two or more audio channels. It can add several sounds from different speakers, creates a sense of space and direction, and its file is bigger in size. Graphics are visual elements such as images, drawings, illustrations, icons, and symbols. Graphics are mostly used when it comes to doing PowerPoint presentations for a class lecture or a meeting. It can be done both on devices and handwritten. Examples of graphics are logos in a website header, icons in a mobile app interface, illustrations in an e learning module, photos in a digital magazine, charts in a presentation, and 3D models in a video game. If you want to understand more, the pictures portray what graphics look like. Video, the most fun and engaging element of all five. In general, video is responsible for capturing, recording, processing, transmitting, and reconstructing moving pictures. This is a perfect way to assist students who are visual learners. They are more into pictures and hands on activities in order to learn better. Examples of a video include a YouTube video, an animated company promo with music and voiceover, product tutorial on a website, and a documentary. All these examples contribute so much to our journey as a teacher and a student. Without videos, it would be hard for us trying to understand something. The last form or element of multimedia is animation. In my own perspective, I consider animation as the magic of multimedia. Animation is also known as GIF or GIF. They allow pictures or clip arts to move. Animation brings visions to life. It makes static presentations come alive. Animation is the process of creating the illusion of motion by displaying a series of static frames in a rapid sequence. It is a key element in multimedia because it reinforces visual storytelling, captures attention, and help explain complex ideas more clearly. Therefore, with animation, it makes your work effective and professional during discussion, meeting, and lectures. The two types of multimedia are linear and nonlinear. For linear multimedia, it flows in a straight line with no user control, meaning the content is presented in a sequential order from the beginning to the ending. Nonlinear multimedia lets the users interact and choose their path. Instead of following in a fixed path, The user can interact, choose, and navigate the content in any order they prefer. Why is multimedia used in the classroom? It supports different learning style, access to real-world content, enhances students' learning, and encourages their creativity. How is multimedia used in the classroom? It can be used through presentations, video documentary, interactive learning apps, student project, and virtual tour or field trips. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of multimedia in education. 1. Encourages participation and creativity. 2. Boosts morale and willingness to learn new things. 3. Supports different learning styles such as kinesthetic, visual, and auditory. 4th, allows students to dive into specific areas of interest. 5th, empowers students to take control of their learning path instead of passively receiving information. While multimedia offers many benefits, it also comes with some challenges that can affect teaching if not managed well. 1. Technical problems. 2. Student distraction. 3. High cost. 4. Requires teacher training. Last but not least, not always suitable for every topic. These challenges can affect students' learning in a way where they lose interest in learning while the teacher is teaching. Instead, they expect everything to be online or on devices. These are my sources on where I got help from. The sites provided are helpful articles that guided me to understand more about multimedia. Thank you and soy fu.